Hello and welcome to the Haas webinar on new portable eyewash products. Okay, today we're going to go over personal emergency eyewashes, Model 7501T, which is our tempered portable eyewash or wall mount unit, Model 7603, a 15-gallon portable eyewash tank, Model 7601.15, a 15-gallon ASME rated portable eyewash tank. So first let's get into personal emergency eyewashes. What is a personal emergency eyewash? The ANSI standard states that personal squeeze bottle emergency eyewashes are supplemental equipment that provide immediate flushing fluid to support plumbed and self-contained emergency eyewash and shower equipment, but shall not replace them. These units are basically offering immediate flushing aid to a victim, but they do not replace a plumbed unit. So as you can see in this picture, it's typically a personal squeeze bottle type device that is used immediately when a user can't quite get to a plumbed unit. They're used in the same applications as the normal plumbed eye wash where dirt, debris, chemicals, and other contaminants can come in contact with the eye. These should be used when the user is en route to a primary station or can reach medical aid. Okay, so that may be any location where those previous debris and chemical contaminants that we mentioned were. So that could be chemical spraying sites, construction sites, farming, food processing, or any environments with chemicals or debris, allergens, dust, aerosol, chemicals. It should be kept in immediate accessible locations near these hazardous areas, and it's ideal, once again, as a supplementary eyewash, so it can provide quick flushing to an individual while they are en route to a primary station or until they can get to medical aid. So Haas has the only personal eyewash that offers duo streams. That's dual stream. So while the competition may offer one stream, and then once the bottle is activated, the user has to choose between the left or the right eye as they're flushing. The Haas bottle, once activated, will flush both eyes at the same time. So this provides better coverage, treatment, and reliability. It also has ergonomic eye cups that can help the user place and rest the bottle at the right distance from the eye so flushing is continuous and consistent. There's a risk with competition when the units are activated and you're flushing one eye at a time. Without an eye cup, the user can actually accidentally poke themselves in the eye with the bottle, causing more damage. We also offer the only available pH neutralizer for the industrial market, which includes a phosphate buffer. It takes chemicals that are below 4 on the pH scale and above 10, so very acidic or alkali, and immediately neutralizes those to a harmless level of around 7 pH. The natural eye sits at around 7 itself. 7.4 is its natural pH level. Our products have a 3-year shelf life, and they come in dustproof enclosures or open wall brackets. Our products are manufactured under CGMP standards, and they're also manufactured under the EU Directive of 93/42. Okay, let's talk about ANSI's E358.1 compliance of personal eyewashes. So while personal eyewashes do not meet the standard as a primary unit because they don't have enough flushing fluid, they do meet the standard as a supplemental equipment. So even though the flushing is only one portion of the meeting the standard, it's required for the user to also meet the installation, performance, maintenance, and training requirements of the standard. Those are very similar to the primary equipment requirements, so make sure when your unit's installed that your employees are trained and the installation is under compliance of the standard. Okay, let's get into our product options. Okay, we have 2 different types of bottles and 2 different sizes. We mentioned and went over the pH neutralizer. This comes in a 500 milliliter bottle and has the phosphate buffered solution that neutralizes any acidic or alkali substance. We also have a sterile saline bottle that is offered in 1 liter sizes. The sterile saline bottle is used typically as a flushing fluid to take out debris and contaminants, and also if there's chemicals available and that's the bottle that you have installed, it will also dilute and rinse out chemicals. I'll note that the pH neutral solution, while it's best used to neutralize any chemicals, it can also be used purely for contaminants and flushing. It's okay to use in any situation. It just neutralizes when you have pH levels above 10 or below 4, but it can also be used in any other type of flushing scenario. We have 2 different mounting options, an open wall mount and a dust-proof wall mount that we'll get into right now. So model 7541 is our most common model. This is a open wall-mounted station and includes a 500 milliliter pH neutral bottle and a 1 liter duo saline bottle. Both are considered duo. They both have the dual eye stream. The pH neutralizer is recommended to flush for 2 minutes to neutralize all chemical substances, and the saline bottle is then recommended to be used for 5 minutes of flush afterwards or until the user can get to a primary station. Next up is model 7542. This is an open wall mount. On open wall mounts, I'll note that it comes with a wall sign and 2 brackets for this 2 bottles scenario. There's 2 1-liter bottles in 7542 of the sterile saline solution. Model 7543 has a single bottle of the 1-liter sterile saline solution. Next up is our dust-proof enclosures. So our dust-proof enclosures are shown here in a open door situation. The door that is swung down can be swung back up and closed, and then it protects the bottles from any type of harsh environments where there's dust, debris, any type of other hazardous manufacturing environments, mining, industrial, where the bottles are kept in a safe, clean, and hygienic enclosure. Model 7554 offers one 500 milliliter sterile pH neutral solution and one 1 liter sterile saline solution. 7555 is 2 1-liter sterile saline solutions. And once again, the pH neutralizer is meant to be flushed at a recommended time of 2 minutes, and the 1-liter sterile saline is meant for a flushing time of 5 minutes. Once you have your stations, you're going to go ahead and need to order replacement bottles. The 7583 is the 500 milliliter replacement bottle for pH neutral, and 7584 is a replacement bottle for the 1-liter sterile saline solution. The bottles have a tamper-proof seal. Once that seal is broken, they must be used and then discarded. They cannot be refilled, and do not use these bottles after the expiration date, which is 3 years from the date of production, and they should be stored at a temperature of 41 to 95 degrees. All right, let's get into portable eye washes. First up is model 7501T. It is a tempered portable eye wash with blanket. The picture that you saw previously was the open version of this station when it was already activated, ready to be flushed. What you see here is the closed version of that. So this unit hasn't been activated. This is how it would sit in its location, ready to be used. So this is a 9-gallon gravity-fed tempered portable eye wash that uses a heated insulated blanket to provide ANSI compliant tempered water between the operating temperatures of -30 and 100 degrees. So this blanket is mounted over a standard 7501, if you're familiar with our normal portable eye wash tank, and it's ideal for remote locations without continuous plumbed water available. Okay, let's get into the features and benefits. As you can see from the picture on the right, that's the blanket only, and it is the only tempered portable eye wash that goes down to -30 on the market, like we discussed. The self-contained heating blanket easily installs into any one of our 7501s. So the picture you're seeing is just the blanket alone, and what you would do is put a 7501 if you wanted to retrofit one of our existing units. So the electrical system at 120 volt is NEMA 3R rated, and the 240 volt is NEMA 4 rated. We do have many different hazardous location options available, but they are region dependent, so contact your sales rep or Haas for more information. We have both 120 and 240 volt options, as I mentioned, and they're suitable for 50 and 60 hertz. And the unit is certified to both ANSI, CSA, and UL, or all three. And there's additional classification options available if you didn't see what you were looking for on the previous slide. And it's offered as a package. You can buy it with the 7501, or you can buy it as a retrofit blanket only that you can go ahead and install over your existing 7501. Standard 120 volt unit. If you add a 240 to the end of that part number, you get the 240 volt version. 7501H is a Haslock version of the 120 volt unit, and a 7501T 240H is the 240 volt Haslock version. So if you already have a 7501 portable tank that's out in the field and you're already using it in your application, but you know what, you need to go ahead and order a blanket that can then take that tank and make it fully compliant to ANSI with tempered water. That is available. So 7501BL is the blanket only, and it's installed over a 7501 tank. 7501BL is a 240 volt version, and then following the same nomenclature, H for Haslock and 240H for 240 versions of the Haslock. All right, Now we're looking at model 7603. This is a 15-gallon portable eyewash tank. This tank is self-contained and it has an optional drench hose. The unit provides 10 gallons of flushing, which is effective in rinsing the eyes or the face or the body. The drench hose is typically used for the face or the body, and that drench hose is compliant with the supplemental equipment section. So this is a cost-efficient way and a solution for a facility to have eye washing available in remote locations, so it can be moved around easily, and if you don't have access to plumbed water or a continuous water source, it's great for those. It's cost efficient. It is compliant to ANSI Z358.1. It has two anti-surge eye wash heads with flow controls in them. It also has an air pressure gauge, a pressure relief valve, and an air fill valve. The air fill valve is a typical Schrader style valve like you might see on a car tire. Once again, the optional 8-foot drench hose is shown in the picture and available. Next up is model 7601.15. This is a 15-gallon ASME rated portable eye wash tank. So this tank has the same operational features as the tank before, but it comes with a stainless steel ASME rated tank. So it has a higher operating pressure and it's ideal for locations where ASME tanks are required at the facility. Once again, this can be easily moved around to different locations to provide an eye wash station for remote areas where continuous source of potable water is not available. It is an ASME rated stainless steel tank. It is also Z358.1 compliant. It also has two anti-surge eye wash heads with flow controls and the same protective measures: air pressure gauge, pressure relief valve, and a Schrader style air fill valve. Okay, thank you for joining me today, and for more information on these new products, go ahead and visit us at hosco.com.